So, you've ever thought about taking your Indian business global? Selling your products overseas or maybe sourcing materials from abroad? Well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down the essential first step on that journey, the Importer Exporter Code, or IEC for short. So let's just start with a direct question for you. Are you ready to take your business beyond India's borders? Because if that answer is yes, then the IEC is really where your whole international story begins. Think of it as the key that unlocks the door to markets all over the world. Okay, so let's get right into it. What exactly is an IEC? Well, put simply, it's a unique 10-character code, a mix of letters and numbers. And for almost any business that wants to import or export goods or even certain services from India, having this code, it's not just a good idea, it's mandatory. Now, here's the easiest way to wrap your head around this concept. The IEC is basically your business's official passport. Yeah, seriously. Just like you need a passport to travel, your business needs an IEC to trade across international borders. It's your official license to operate on the world stage. Simple as that. This code is issued by the Directorate General of Foreign Trade, or the DGFT, and the whole system is built around a really smart, simple identifier that pretty much every business already has, your permanent account number, your PAN. By linking the IEC directly to your PAN, it just streamlines everything and makes sure every transaction is transparent and accounted for. So, and this is crucial, it's a one-to-one relationship. One PAN card equals one IEC. This makes sure there's a unique identity for every single firm, company, or person trading internationally. No confusion, no duplicates. Just one business, one passport. All right, so you know what it is and why you need one. So let's get to the practical side of things. How do you actually get one? Well, the good news is, it's a surprisingly straightforward online process. You can really break the whole thing down into 3 simple steps. First, you fill out a specific form online called ANF2A. Second, you pay the application fee. And third, you just upload a couple of scanned documents. Now here's a pro tip for you. The most common mistake people make is having details that don't match. So make sure the name and address you put on that form are exactly the same as what's on your PAN and your bank documents. That'll save you from any delays. And what about the cost to get this passport? Well, it's a one-time application fee of just 500 rupees. I mean, that's a tiny, tiny investment for the potential to access the entire global market, right? And this payment is also made easily online when you're doing the application. And the documents you need, just as simple. You'll need scanned copies of either a canceled check that has your business's name pre-printed on it or an official certificate from your bank. That pre-printed name is the key here, because that's how the DGFT verifies the bank account really belongs to your business. On top of that, you'll just need a valid address proof. And that's it. That's all they ask for. Okay, so getting the code is just the beginning, right? Let's talk about what happens next. How do you actually manage your IEC once you have it in your hands? And here's one of the absolute best parts. The IEC has lifetime validity. You don't have to renew it, ever. Once it's issued, it's yours permanently, unless it gets suspended or canceled for some reason. But here's the real insight. This permanent code isn't just for following the rules. It's your ticket to accessing all sorts of government schemes for exporters, like duty drawbacks and subsidies, which can give your business a serious competitive edge. But of course, businesses change, right? Your address might change, you might bring on new directors, your whole business model could pivot. The system allows for this through 2 main processes: modification, for when you need to update your details, and surrender, for when you decide to stop your import-export operations altogether. Both are designed to be simple online processes to keep your records up to date. So let's just break that down really quick. If you move to a new office, or you change your business name, or you update your bank details, you'll file for a modification. It's a simple online update, and it costs a small fee of 200 rupees. On the other hand, if you're maybe closing the business or just shifting your focus away from international trade, you can surrender the IEC. This is a formal process you submit to the regional authority to deactivate the code for good. So 2 clear paths for 2 very different business situations. Whew, we've covered a lot of ground pretty quickly. So let's just zoom out for a second and lock in the most important points from all this. If you only remember 3 things from this, make it these. 1. The IEC is your mandatory 10-character key for most import-export activities. 2. Your business gets one unique code, and it's tied directly to its PAN card. And 3. It's yours for life. No renewals necessary.
So, really, what this all comes down to is that the process is simple, the cost is minimal, and the validity is for a lifetime. The path to taking your business global has a very clear, very accessible first step. So, the only question left is now that you have the key, what markets will you unlock?